this is Stoke Golding, or up there is Stoke Golding. A nice little walk up there. It's a lovely little village. I should have took my camera up really, but as usual I forget do these things. Once I get we're going out and going for a beer and a curry, I forget everything else. But Stoke Golding is a lovely village, and the Mango Tree Indian restaurant is fantastic, and we've had 2 good meals in 2 days there. So we're sad to leave Stoke Golding, but we've got to carry on. We was just thinking, me and Bernadette, we were saying how much we've really enjoyed this canal this time. Like I said, you can go up and down this canal within 2 days if you're that way inclined. But like I said, we've had 2 weeks now on here, and it's been absolutely fabulous. And it does give you don't want to leave. It's a weird one, this. The Ashby Canal really does get hold of you, because it's a completely different pace. It's got a unique feeling to it, and many people do think this who come up. It's not for your stag doos and M-parties and all them sort of boats. It's certainly not for any of that. It's a canal where you come off the main ring or the system, like off the Coventry, and you just completely and totally switch off. And we don't really want to come off this canal, but you can't stay forever, and it's not going to vanish. And I'm pretty certain that at some point next year we'll end up coming back again, because you can't just do it and say that's it. It's got a special feeling, and we will continue to enjoy it year in, year out, and it's absolutely lovely. Well, today's our last day on the Ashby. We're just leaving our moorings. Again, we stayed near Burton Hastings again, because it's one of the points. Bernadette's there. Morning from Bernadette. Well, what we get is, throughout our videos we talked a lot about feelings, which I think in essence is, forget a true narrowboat feeling and that, you've got to have this for canal boating, and we've got this now. We know we're coming off the Ashby for another year, and it is not sad, but you know, you feel like you could turn round and go back up again, because it's been terrific. But life goes on and time goes on, and we'll see what develops over the next few days. Anyway, morning to everyone. Well, we're just trundling back to normality now. We've just seen a Virgin train, which always runs close to the Coventry, so we get that feeling now that we're nearly back on should we say, the more hectic canal, the Coventry. And you do take a little bit to get used to it again after being completely switched off. You really do. But that's part of boating, and I think in future vlogs, it won't be this year, but in future vlogs you'll get that similar feeling again when we go to a couple of other canals which are not, should we say, not on rings and that. But this has been truly wonderful, absolutely wonderful. 1 mile to go back to reality. La 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 la. Dee 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 dee. Well, this is the last bridge we'll see on the Ashby for a year, or whenever, or at least a year. That's bridge number 1, the first one on the Ashby, and the last one when we're coming off. So we're just in the last little bit of the Ashby Canal now. We're coming to Marston Junction Bridge. Well, we're coming to the end of the Ashby now, and we've both really enjoyed it. It's been everything we hoped it would be. It never fails to deliver, particularly the top half. Just takes you to that world what seems miles and miles away. Absolutely stunning. We've been to fine pubs, we've done some fine dining, we've met plenty of friends, plenty of conversations, we've had a look at the restoration, and we've taken in all the scenery. It's been absolutely magnificent, and we can't wait to come back, because that's what happens. You find these places and you want to visit again and again and again. Even the swans and the ducks have come to say goodbye. Okay, thanks for that. Well, goodbye Ashby Canal, and thank you. Yeah, Bernadette's just saying bye-bye as well. Well, that's it, back on the Coventry. Well, I'm just going along, I'm just thinking about coincidences in life. Now, you know there's thousands of boats on the canal, but it amazes me that I've been watching these other vloggers with their various ideas and or not ideas, as the case may be, but it does make it entertaining what they're doing. But the coincidence for me is that there's a couple of them boats out there who are doing vlogging, and one which was a green one, I won't say the name, but with a green one, was actually built next to ours at the same time as ours, but not this one, our previous one, and that was a coincidence. And it moored about 3/4 of a mile up the canal, where we used to moor, and then the other one, which was like a reddy colour, a bit of a weird name it had, that one actually moored next to us when we had this boat in the marina we left about 18 months ago. And it's just coincidence that we're seeing these boats vlogging and flying around, and we've been on both of them and helped out with bits and pieces on both of them. It just shows you what a small world we live in. So we'll soon be coming up to Nuneaton. Now, we've done one of our vlogs covering Nuneaton, and it's the grot in the canals, even though the canals were a bit cleaner than what they have been when we've been down here, but they still get it. But the graffiti's still everywhere. But we're not going to do any filming through Nuneaton now. I think that one was done, and you certainly don't deserve to see it again on any of our vlogs. So we'll not be doing any filming through Nuneaton, and then when we're through, we'll be starting again. Another thing, when we was coming down here, and I was talking about the coal and the working boats, and I talked about the stone as well from the quarries. But all this, as you look round all this here, what you see all round you, all this scenery, or all the greenery now, should I say, greenery and scenery, but all what you see now is all the, you know, the spoil from these quarries, and how nature has taken over a lot of the hills and that, and it's actually producing some lovely scenery, by it's nature's way of taking over these hills, and it is very pretty, absolutely. It's things like this what we like as well when we're going along, just coming to things what have developed naturally and they're not man-made. And these are, we just look at things like this.
Skills up, that's what it does.
It does, yeah. You see me like the meerkat then?
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, alright mate, no problem.
Well, we've come back to Atherstone now, and I'll leave the camera rolling again and see how we do for moorings of some description, or not, as the case may be. If it's full, we'll probably have to go down to halfway down, won't we? And just stop at 5 for the shopping. Never mind.
First prize for the tidiest boat I've seen today.
Alright, thank you very much.
Obviously not very old.
Well, this is real deja vu, this, because it doesn't seem 5 minutes ago since we came up this Atherstone flight. But it was over 2 weeks ago. But we know that the first section, at least the first 5, will have volunteers helping out, which is always nice.